When you leave college, you are ready to kickstart your career. However, landing an entry-level job when you have no previous work experience can be tricky. The same goes for those that are looking to make a career change after a few years of working in one business sector and wanting to change and switch to a completely different one. Hi, I'm Debi Douma-Herren, HR consultant and career strategist with Freesumes.com. Whether you're taking your first steps on your career path or looking to change direction, there are methods to help you get started in landing that job. Let's dive in. What does entry-level even mean? Entry-level is used by employers to describe jobs that require minimal work experience and skills. The employer is generally looking for someone with a few years of internship or freelance experience, but not necessarily someone who had full-time experience in a specific role or industry. Now let's talk about the challenge. Why do entry-level jobs require experience? When you start to check out entry-level job postings, you will wonder why so many of them expect candidates to have up to 2 years of relevant work experience. How are you going to have a decent amount of work experience if you're just starting out in your career or have been working in a completely different industry for several years? Now hold that thought. You may have actually just dodged a bullet by not applying to that employer. It turns out that 2 years of experience for an entry-level job is code name for lower pay. Zippia recently analyzed 3 million job postings and found some interesting correlations. The analysis suggests that entry-level jobs requiring years of experience pay 20% less than jobs without the entry-level title. Sherm also argues that requiring years of experience from job candidates is also a dubious hiring practice, hurting both the talent market and the employers. On the other hand, we may soon see more jobs with no experience. Professor Alicia Modesto from Northeastern University School of Public Policy and Urban Affairs says that inflated experience requirements often correlate with the economic cycles. Given that we are headed toward economic recovery, the job market is going to bounce back too. Now you may be wondering, is it worth applying for an entry-level job that requires experience? If you don't mind a compromise in terms of pay, definitely go for it. If not, keep networking through LinkedIn and browse other jobs. Now let's say you're determined to get yourself that interview. Here are some tips to keep you in the running. Try using a functional resume format. Focus on transferable skills. Highlight your personal projects and schoolwork. Highlight your digital literacy and mention your internships. Your goal is to format your application in a way that draws the reader's attention towards your core competencies and skills rather than the number of formal years of experience. Now we are going to shift our focus to 4 essential tips to finding entry-level jobs and getting one. First, prioritize job boards for entry-level candidates. Since most entry-level workers usually go straight to the biggest job boards such as Indeed, the competition gets tough. Recruiters, overwhelmed with a bunch of submissions, may use ATS software to screen out candidates based on experience levels. Instead, head straight to the job boards posting entry-level jobs such as College Recruiter, Handshake, Way Up, One Day, One Job, and LinkUp. Second, interpret the job description differently. Consider the job description as a wish list rather than taking it at face value. In most cases, what you see written are the desired skills the employer wants from the person in that position. Third, if you meet most of the job requirements, apply. Stack the deck in your favor by being positive in your approach and your application. You have nothing to lose by applying for the job if you meet nearly all of the requirements. Try not to overthink your decision and go for it. Lastly, prepare a strong entry-level resume. No matter what entry-level job you want to apply for, it all starts with your resume. To get your resume on the read again pile, you need to know how to structure your resume to make it easy to read and apply the correct layout that promotes your strengths. Let's touch on the resume format for an entry-level job and why it matters. In most cases, a traditional resume will use a chronological layout to show an employer years of work experience, impressive achievements, and positions held. If you pick this type of format, you may end up burying your competitive strengths and transferable skills. As mentioned mentioned already, a functional resume format focusing on your skills can work better for you. You can also try a combination resume, which has a greater emphasis on skills, but still presents some of your work and school experience chronologically. In either case, be sure to open with a strong resume summary showcasing your main skills. Use simple, easy-to-read resume fonts. Add plenty of white space to make your resume look professional. Spell out your accomplishments rather than duties. Write a cover letter, further explaining your motivation, and spell check everything. As a final note, edit and revise your resume often. A lot of job seekers make the mistake of preparing a single generic resume and sending it out to every employer. If you keep it in a format easy to change, you can tailor it to fit each new job you apply for. And as time goes along, you should add new skills learned, qualifications achieved, or training courses attended as you complete them. This means that you will not have to start over from scratch each time you want to add to your resume. Remember, an entry-level resume is more of an introductory piece rather than a history of your career so far. So keep it simple is the message here. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and click subscribe to get more helpful tips.